Do I need to be a millionaire? Do I need to have 10 crores in my bank account to travel to 50 countries like how you have?
When it comes to money and travel, it's something that I think people have this huge misconception that travel equals having a lot of money. And this is a question, like you said, 80% of the people wanted to become travel and chill. 80% of the questions I get on a daily basis is like, where are you getting this money from to travel? Right. And one thing that I always then reply to people is that you also have the money to travel. It's just how you utilize it. I think so. Right. That's where it all starts. So a lot of people feel that, okay, we will spend on all our things in the month. So let's say we'll go to restaurants, we'll go shopping, we'll obviously save, which is something even I do to date. I always save first and then travel. But then comes travel, So after all their expenses, they think of traveling. And this also includes all the expenses that you make for fun, right? But you don't equate, let's say that you've gone to a Starbucks today and bought a coffee for 400, or you've gone for a good meal and spent 600-700. That's the same cost of a dorm in Vietnam. So if you start equating your expenses with what you could achieve when you travel and start thinking of the things you're letting go of and start thinking, okay, I spent this money today buying this dress from Zara, for example. I could have done the same thing and spent a whole day in Thailand, for instance, with an activity with food and probably a nice Thai milk tea. Yeah. So when you start equating it this way, you will start realizing how many of your expenses are just based on prioritization. So if you really prioritize travel as a part of your life, you can definitely make it happen from a very young age. And one very interesting part of the whole problem that I always see is that especially when people are younger, right? So traveling is seen as vacation in our country. Like we think of travel equals to you go to a nice resort, you sit by a beach, you get like a mocktail, and that's travel. But in my opinion, the travel that truly shapes you, or the travel that I have chased, right? Like I went for one trip when I started, it was to Dharamkot. That was all I could afford in college going from Delhi. I was based out of Delhi, so I went from there to Dharamkot.
How old were you?
I was 19.
That was your first trip?
Yeah, that was my first trip on my own independently
Using your own money?
Yeah, using my own money completely end to end. So, and when I went for that trip, what truly taught me things and what I really felt was transformational was literally not the place I stayed, was not even like to a large extent the nice food I ate. It was the people that I met, the weird, unexpected situations that I had to face. Like, for example, we were going on a trek somewhere, we got a little bit lost, and then we met some locals who helped us come back. Those are the things that stayed with me. And that's when I realized that the true power of traveling doesn't lie in the luxury of it, but it actually lies in the unexpected things that life throws at you when you put yourself in those situations.
Got it. I mean, I've actually had a very similar experience. I was 18 or 19 and I was selected to go for an international competition in Italy. So to a large extent, the cost was covered by the college. And then I told my parents and said, hey, I'm traveling all the way to Italy. Can you give me a few extra money so that I can travel some other countries as well? And I promise I'm not going to, blow it off. So I somehow convinced them to pay me an extra 1 lakh. Okay. And of course, I was very fortunate to get that. And I thought I wouldn't be able to do much with this. But then being the engineer that I am, I started going into full research into how can I reduce my cost in, almost every single aspect of the traveling plan. And you won't believe this, but probably you will, because I'm sure you will live this as a life. But I spent almost 25 days in Europe, traveled to 4 different countries, and my entire cost from door to door, flights, travel, train, everything was not more than 1.8 lakhs. This was my entire expense. So that made me realize that you don't need a lot of money to, travel the world. And the experiences that I got while I was there, like you said, it was not about, the luxury experiences, because I had none. The only luxury experience could have been, going up the Eiffel Tower in the stairs, because I could not afford the lift. So I had to walk up the stairs. And I was staying in hostels the entire time, and I was talking to people from 8 different nationalities in a single night. And where can you get that kind of an experience, when you're not traveling? So I completely understand that, traveling brings out a version of you, or it adds layers in you, which cannot be done through any other way than traveling.
100%. And in fact, like this resonates so much with me. And I even started a series on my page called The University of Travel, where every lesson was basically a lesson that I've learned from travel that has helped me more than, going to university. And this is not to say that you shouldn't go to university, but it's to say that it's very important to prioritize travel as a form of education. Because what I have learned, even about, we talked about this right before it started, marketing principles from going to the US, right? Like when I saw that, I was like, oh my God, if you want to learn marketing, walk in a grocery store, go to Erewhon and just walk there and see how people are selling things for like 3x the price just based on marketing. That's education. And it doesn't need to always be even leaving the country. It can start within our country as well. Because I always say this, that India is a continent in itself. Like how much you can learn just being here. Like, for example, I remember when I'd started, I'd gone to Goa. I stayed there for a couple of months. I loved how I learned that they put coconut in everything. Even Rajma Chawal was served with coconut. So you learn these small, small things. Then I actually lived in Ladakh for 3 months as well. I lived in Leh, which was also an amazing experience to see over there. For example, they have we have a lot of patriarchal structures in our family, so they don't have it that way. So for example, over there, the husband moves in a lot of families, I can't speak for every single one of them, of course, but the overall culture is that the husband moves into the wife's home.
This is in Ladakh.
Yeah, in Leh. Like, for example, the homestay I was staying at, it was so interesting to just see the roles kind of reverse. Like, the auntie used to be the one who would manage all the finances of the house. There was really nice to see that she used to be the one taking all the bookings, managing all the finances. And then uncle used to be the one who would like prepare the lunch, prepare the dinner.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, because that's the role there. So it's just so interesting to see. Or you go to Meghalaya and there's this village over there. I'm very bad with names as a traveler. But it's like termed to be Asia's cleanest village. And so you think about it, you go there and you see that people have taken it like as something they're very proud of, that, we are the cleanest village. Like when we were there, we would see that not even like loose leaf was on the ground. Like they would just sweep it and everyone does it as their own prerogatives. And then you think about it, why can't this happen in our society?
Country,
Because it's not like you don't own a part of the street, right? Like right outside your house. So I feel like education can be found in so many ways when you're traveling.
Glad you made it till here. If this gave you even one idea to improve your finances, send it to a friend. Helping them might just make you the smartest person in their group chat. And don't miss the full episode on Finance with Sharan. There's a lot more where this came from.